is Shariar Kabir. And this is a neighborhood I cannot afford. Like, look at this. This is probably more expensive than I am. Like, oh, yo, it actually moves. All right. So a lot of this place is like what we consider like yuppie, upper class.
Yeah.
Gentrification. Yeah. So
right.
we like to talk about that. You said you've been here for a long time. So what's your view on gentrification and how it's affected?
Well, it has affected a lot of people. I usually don't get too caught up in gentrification because it is a change of life. You know, you gotta go with the changes of things. But I do notice that a lot of people are complaining about the high rises. It's losing the authenticity of the value of Brooklyn. It doesn't have the bohemian flavor anymore. It's not very diverse. So when the diversity is gone, then it becomes kind of boring, right? So I think it's a good move because gentrification, sadly to say, pushes out the people that made the community. But it also is for betterment of the community. People look at it that way. Instead of running from it, we run from it because we can't afford the prices anymore. And sadly, gentrification raises the prices of the neighborhood. That's the bad thing about it. Because the people that's coming in, they can afford. They're actually saying, listen, I'll pay you this if this person can't afford to pay you. If they could afford to pay you this and I really want that apartment, guess what? I'll give you $1,000 more for it. And that's where it hurts, you know? The other part that I don't like about gentrification is the entitlement. Like not knowing that people that have been here longer than you, give them the respect, not like feeling that you're entitled to not move out of the way, not recognize the people that have owned property here for a long time, and maybe they moved out and came back to the neighborhood for some reason or another. That's the part I don't like. But otherwise you can't do anything about it if it's happening. You just gotta either join them or move, or do your own thing, you know? That's what I say. If you don't like it, it's not for you anymore. You have to move out of it. And people don't want to move to certain places, you know, they don't want to move to the Bronx because of the, but you know, sometimes you gotta go somewhere as a pioneer and build it, you know? You have to build it. So, I'm not running, I'm running out of New York possibly because I want more trees. There's no more trees. The trees are going, you know. That's the bad thing about all these high rises that's going up. And I wish they would build more schools instead of high rises and buildings and stuff like that. We need more education in the community than high rises. You know,
expensive apartments.
Yeah, expensive apartments. That's my take on it. Thank you.
Then you woke up.
Pino, fuck you, fuck your fucking pizza, and fuck Frank Sinatra.
Yeah. Well, fuck you too, and fuck Michael Jackson.
He was a follower who became a leader.
You're not an American. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
I consider myself normal, whatever that means. Some people call me a freak. I hate that word. I don't believe in it. Better yet, I don't believe in labels. But what are you gonna do?
Alright, if you look behind me, you'll see Spike Lee's production company, 40 Acres and a Mule. It's named after Reconstruction Reform, where they agreed to give freed black farmers land and mules. However, Andrew Johnson revoked it and returned that land to the original owners. Now, Spike Lee is important because his first film, She's Got a Habit, was significant for the black community. Instead of portraying them as degenerates or criminals, it portrayed them as normal people, as intelligent, capable, and urbanites. Now, if you look behind me, you'll see a local homeless man wandering around the streets. Say hi, Shariar.
I heard that. So here, this is the historical prison in Fort Greene.
Wait, dude, I don't think it's a prison. I think it's just Brooklyn Tech.
Oh. So here we have a prestigious high school named Brooklyn Technical High School. Now this high school has an acceptance rate of 8.5%, so you know it's amazing. Now, it was founded in 1922 by Dr. Colston to create a school for math and science for Brooklyn boys. It was located near Brooklyn because they wanted something emblematic of Brooklyn for this school. Now, most of its graduates go on to schools like Harvard, MIT, and Stanford. And an interesting fact about this is that Brooklyn Tech has its own radio tower and is able to broadcast throughout the entirety of New York. I don't know who'd listen. Maybe they're trying to talk to us, Stuyvesant, but that's just me. Brooklyn Tech, everybody.
You wild Shaikat.
Oh, yeah. So what's up, guys? I still can't afford this neighborhood, but this is pretty cool. So this guy is Edward Rush Fowler. He was a general in the 14th Regiment for the Union. He was very significant in like the Battle of Gettysburg. And so because of that, they gave him the statue, but it wasn't always here. They first made the statue in 1902, and it got deteriorated by like the 60s. So they moved the statue, they recreated the statue and moved it to Fowler Square Park. Yo, where did you say the monument was at? Why are you recording? We're just walking up steps.
Mad creepy.
So the Navy Yard used to be the place for a lot of blue-collar factory jobs. After World War II, a lot of companies built their factories there, and they employed a lot of people. The housing projects on Myrtle were originally a lot of homes built for these workers in the Navy Yard. But then, production stopped. America stopped being an industrial factory country, and now the Navy Yard is home to a variety of jobs, but a lot of them are like studios and film things and different things like that.
All right, so these are the Wall Women housing projects. They were finished in 1944. There's like 15 separate buildings, and they house 4,000 residents. Recently, they've been in the news for some negative things. They're pretty old. So in the last 20 years or so, there's been like 15 homicides just because there haven't been any security or recording things in the building. And all right, Old Dirty Bastard, for you guys who are into hip hop, he was one of the founding members of Wu-Tang Clan, lived here. And also Donna Dane or whoever, he's just some like rapper guy.
Wu-Tang!
Wu-Tang!
Okay, so this is the Prison Ship Martyrs Monument. This is door column made of granite and designed by Stanford White. This was designed to honor the 12K American POWs that died in the 16 British prison ships during the American Revolution. Now, because of the conditions of British prisons at the time, more Americans in New York Harbor died in these prisons than in the American Revolution itself.
You wanna go visit that? Wait, you smell that?
Yeah, that's the urban bliss.
Oh, this is what Jay Jacobs was talking about.
The urban bliss.
You guys smell that? Very loud in here.
This is the Walt Whitman branch of the Brooklyn Public Library. It was first created in 1900, and in 1908, Andrew Carnegie funded it with more money as rebuilt in the classical revival style. It first started off with mostly books on naval architecture, and for the people working in the Brooklyn Naval Yard.